exercising, a woman called in a panic talking to Christina because she had gotten a letter that day or had called her oxygen place, and they said, no, we're no longer providing, but they weren't telling her who was. So, and she didn't know what to do.
But I can understand that because they were competing against the bid, and maybe
Right,
they, they
right.
were angry they didn't get it. But these oxygen providers, some of them that I know of, are buying their oxygen elsewhere and still distributing as if they were somebody who won the bid.
Right.
And I think with your group, you didn't really win the bid in Richmond, did you? Y'all won the bid somewhere else.
No, sir, that's not true. Richmond and the Virginia Beach area and the Northern Virginia area, we won the bid for every piece of equipment that was under bid. So there were 7 bids up for it. Lincare won the bid in every single one in all 3 of those areas. So there's not a place in Virginia that we can't service that we did not win the bid. We locally won the bid.
Your customers are lucky, but that's not true for some of the others.
And I've run into those problems too, where
if you start on a CPAP machine, you've got to be on a machine for how many years? 7, I think Medicare rules are for you can. How many years you can get it?
for a new CPAP machine,
Yeah,
it's 5 years.
5 years. You can't move. Same with the oxygen provider.
Well, you can't. So there are a lot of moving parts, and
Right.
we get very specific in each instance. But Medicare will pay for a CPAP or BiPAP machine for 13 months. After those 13 months are done, you can go to another provider for your supplies. So during this time, if you were set up in February with a CPAP or a BiPAP machine, you can stay with that company that did not win the bid throughout that 13-month process. Once that 13-month process has been completed, that company can no longer supply you because they are not under contract, but they are grandfathered in for that equipment. So you don't have to, they don't cut you off in month 7.
How can we get this information out on our website?
Then what do you do on
What can we do to help
the
people?
13th month? You still have to change companies.
I got you.
Right.
I'm sorry, Tammy.
That's fine.
She's like, I'm done
Story
talking.
idea.
No, but you know, Tammie, how many people have COPD, pulmonary issues? I mean, you don't realize this is not indicative of a typical meeting.
No, it's not.
There are, the numbers are astronomical, and if you can imagine, some of these people that, get here by wheelchair, we have it here because they have, valet, because some of these people, they have a choice. Either I can walk from the front door here, or I can't come because I can't walk all the way. And then, and then the people that they videotape all of these, all the presentations because they have a huge following, on the internet. And if you haven't been to their internet site, it is the most impressive internet site. I mean, it is Russell alone. I mean, he might know someone that has somebody that has a certain illness, and he suggests, you know what, I think this other doctor might be good, or he's like just a resource. I mean, all these people are resources for helping each other. I mean, and that's what you're really missing.
But if the national statistics are correct, and there is 23 million people in these United States with COPD, and you scale that down to Richmond, we've got 70,000 people here. That's a bunch of people with one disease. You don't have anybody with one disease now.
Didn't I see something not too long ago that's now the 4th leading cause of death in the United States?
Right.
So it's actually a huge story for you.
Baby boomers get older, there'll be more deaths because of the COPD. You don't have anybody with any disease more than 70,000 people with COPD. You will say,
Yes, sir. Well, obviously, winter is coming, and one of the consequences of that is the humidity of the indoor air is going to sharply decrease. And that is very deleterious to people with lung disease. I found this out personally years ago when I lived in Cleveland, Ohio, before I had a humidifier installed. So anyway, I want to point that out. You need to have at least 35% relative humidity in your house. And if you don't, you're probably gonna get sick within the week, or maybe within 2 or 3 days, because I did. And there is a company that knows how to deal, how to install and manage humidifiers for houses, James River Air Conditioning. They did it for me, and they are good at it. So, from a.
You need to add that testimonial on email so that you can put it on the
But you
website.
don't, you can't use a room humidifier. American Lung Association says absolutely not.
Oh, no, this is a,
An individual
Full house.
humidifying your room is detrimental to your health.
Yeah. That's a good test.
Is that because of mold or
That's
why
the
is
in the
it?
system.
oh, yeah.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Because for me, with my COPD, in the summer when it's really humid, it's,
I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
Yeah, that's a killer.
it's a
Humidity.
killer.
Humidity
So
in the summer.
what you're saying is you have to keep it at a certain percentage to be healthy, or to stay healthy.
Well, in the summer, it's with the heat and the humidity, it's a combination of the two.
Exactly.
In the winter, it's because it becomes so dry, you don't have that.
Well, I felt it's extreme on both ends.
Yeah.
Cold,
Yeah.
Right,
Me
You
too.
gotta stay in
I
that
struggle in
me
that.
too,
little window.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, what was the name of that company?
James
James
River.
River Air
Air
Conditioning.
conditioning.
James River Air Conditioning. And they are a reputable company, been around for years.
He's great as well. Check
They have a centralized
Really
system,
philanthropic.
but I think it was too costly.
Have you been to the website? Breath Map?
No, I'm a newbie.
Oh, you stepped down.
Have your time. So I ask you people, you got something you wanna have a meeting about in the future? I'm planning the 2014's meeting. And I'm through March. You got something you wanna know about, or hear about, or have a speaker you wanna hear, you need to tell me. We can get them. We don't pay them anything, but we can get them. You know, or at least think about it, send me an email, okay? This is important. All right. Tammie, I have a gift for you.
Don't be hearing from us.
All right.
So you still have something to say?
Oh,
I was gonna say, if you have, if anybody has any questions about where to find certain things, I personally went on the Medicare website and found a lot of answers myself as far as who won the bids, where, what equipment. I'd be more than happy to help you. Anybody in my office would be more than happy to help you. Unfortunately, we still have to follow, we won the bid, but we still have to follow certain guidelines to be able to bill for that equipment. So that'd be the first thing. So of course, we would have a lot of questions. We don't have the resources to follow up on every single lead, so we would need the patients to do some of the footwork for us, as far as calling the doctor or calling the company that you are with now, getting as much information as possible, paperwork, and getting it sent to us. Then we can sort through what they're using to bill and see if it's something that we can use. We won't, as a Lincare as a company, won't do anything until we know that we would pass an audit, because there is such thing as prepaid audits. So we would deliver the equipment, and then we would submit the bill, and then they would audit that before they'd submit the first payment. And if we fail, then we are still issuing that equipment, and we wouldn't be able to bill for it until we get it fixed. So we kind of audit ourselves before we send it to our billing office. They audit it before they send it to Medicare, and then if Medicare audits it, usually it would pass. So we kind of safeguard it, not to affect the patient and their therapy, but we do safeguard, ourselves as far as being able to stay in business to take care of the people that we are able to bill for. So I was just going to answer your question, how to get things on your website. Either do some independent searches through Medicare.gov, or if you want to email me or Rachel, she's amazing at that sort of thing. We'd be more than happy to kind of see if we can come up with some sort of things and then transfer back to you to put them on your website. I'd be more than happy to do some legwork for you.
Just add Mr. Carr here, because Rachel, she has a concussion, so she ain't gonna be able to do that for a few days.
Well, I talked to her today. She was involved with this, what was the name of that thing we went to? Asian in place with grace. I was there representing us, John was representing her company, you were representing, Alicia Shopper was a speaker, Maybe Diana was there. At one point, we had 5 board members there. Or 6, something like that. But, she went out for a break to get something to eat. They had an automobile wreck. So, I've got all of her things she brought that day in my house. And she's gonna be all right. She's okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
One more little item that
Please.
may be of interest.
It would be.
In the area, there's a group of doctors, Pulmonary Associates of Richmond, that have 2 offices. One is in the West End. One is right down the hill from us.
They have
right
4
here.
offices.
They have, yeah, 4.
Right down the hill from us.
And they are a great group.
They're a wonderful group. They have one in Mechanicsville, they have one on Santa Rosa, they have one in Colony Crossing, and
They
then
have
the one that's
4
right down
officers
the hill.
I know of.
Yeah,
Right.
they're an excellent group,
I'm wrong. 4.
very excellent.
Anything else? I've got a little gift here for Tammie. And that's a breath malice.
All right, thank you.
It's number 24 in the series, so.
Okay.
Thank you very much for taking your valuable time to come over here. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it. And if you need real life people, all right.
Yes.
Yeah, we got it.
What's that number? I know the last
They do a